Okay, so just wanted to briefly talk about how to get more sales when you're trading. A lot of people start trading and put a bunch of stuff in their booth and then wonder why nothing sells because they are never really taught and the game doesn't have any tutorial or basic like business knowledge that people need to understand how to sell items. So, the most basic thing to get more sales is getting people to look at your booth. If they don't look at your items, they don't care about like they don't know that you have deals available. So, getting more people to have their eyes on your stuff will help you more than lowering your prices. That's why you buy a booth. You want the pink booth ideally because of the little border that around the weapons. If you really hate the pink booth, like you cannot stand the pink booth and you want to be different and quirky because you're fun and different, then go with the Japanese booth or the golden booth. The golden booth is smelly though, so pick the Japanese booth if you're not going to go for the pink one because this one's cool. Completely serious tutorial, by the way. But then make sure you put your booth in a reasonable spot. As far as where to put the booth, I always put it here or here. That's just my personal like preference. It's not better. You're not going to get more sales putting it there. That's just what I do. So if you're ever looking for me in server, my booth is almost always going to be here, unless this spot was taken. And then please don't take my spot. I like this spot. As far as like where else to put it though, putting it anywhere like here is fine. Here. These three are good. These three are good, and then these three are good. I would not take the middle spot. You want to be a little bit on the outside, and then the back spots are really bad. Never put your booth back here. This is probably one of the worst spots next to putting your booth way in the far right. The same. People always fill this area up left to right. So expect this whole area to be full almost always, and then the farther you get over here, there's going to be like no booths. If you see someone putting stuff in these booths, they're probably just messing with their booth and they don't want people to look at it, or they're talking to someone. So, but booth positioning matters a bit more than people think. A lot of the new traders will put their booth like back here, behind the booths here. It's like if I put my booth here, you can't see anything back there if you're zoomed in a normal distance. So just don't put it back here. If you want to sell things, put it at the front and have good items. Make it a pink booth and then put ideally a few mythics in. Like this guy only has one item, but he has a cursed spirit blade in. Like that's a good item that someone will want. I mean, his price is insane, but it's still an item that people want. So if you're here, you're like, oh, there's a cursed spirit blade. I can run over and grab that now if I care about that, or at least check the price and then see it's 300,000. And then that's a perfect segue. Price things reasonably. If you price near market, people might actually buy from you. Like there are cursed spirit blades that have sold for 180, 82 and 183k today. So if you price the CSB 30k over market, there's a chance that could be you selling it. If you're going to buy a really stable item, you want to buy it really far below market though. You want to make sure the margins you're trying to get in what you're flipping is reasonable. This is also kind of a flipping tip. But try to buy things cheap enough to where if you resell at a normal price, it's worth your time. If you buy a Chris Spirit Blade for 130k, sure, you can make 20k flipping it to market. But you aren't going to make 40k very easily. Flipping a CSB for 170k isn't very fun or realistic. So you want to be buying a Chris Spirit Blade for like 110k and then flip it for 150. And then just get it gone because it has horrible demand. Take your profit and then leave. You don't want to stay in bad items, but if you find an opportunity on a bad item, then you can stick to it. As far as what's a good item, if its graph goes up, it's a good item. So something like this. The nice thing about these kinds of items is when this is 770k, if I buy it at 750k, sure, I'm only getting it 20k cheaper, and percentage wise that's nothing. But in the next day alone, it goes up 10k, and then it just keeps climbing. So if you buy in cheap to items that go up, not only are you buying a cheap like stock option, basically, like it's guaranteed to go up this kind of, well, it's not guaranteed, but realistically this item is going to keep going up until something changes in the market because it's been going up for a month. We don't expect it to change until like the update comes out. But if you buy something like this under market, even slightly, it's a massive win because you can hold it for a week. It'll passively gain wrap, and then you sell it above market slightly, and you made your money. The same if you're abusing AFK Aura, you want to start buying up items that go up, because as absurd as AFK Aura rates are, if you buy into like Rainbow Chaos with your money, and when this gets removed, it goes up. You're going to be gaining a lot of wrap every day. Now, over the month graph, yes, this item has not climbed substantially. This amount of growth is kind of subpar. So this isn't really an item you want as an investment until it's about to be removed. That's why people are buying in a little bit more last minute. As a side note, I've invested more of my gems than I had before the last video I made, and I bought back a lot of the Rainbow Chaoses. I'm at, what, 12 now? And then I have over 20 Wrath Blades, I think. I'm not going to count it. But I have a bunch of Wrath Blades and a bunch of Rainbow. So when it starts going up, my wrap will just consistently grow a little bit every day. Which, when you start getting into higher wrap values, maintaining wrap and like keeping your value safe becomes a lot more important. If you can log on every day at reset and see your wrap go up like, half a mil, that would have been you grinding the whole day, playing, Gem Toki and hard farming for like 5 hours, or if you're really good too. Or you could just invest it into items that go up, not play, and just, profit. You can also invest it into good items that go up, and then grind Gem Toki and make a ton of money. So, and then you can also invest the money that you hard farm Gem Toki into items that go up also, and then that's how you really snowball your account. But that's the basics of how to get sales, how to get more sales, and like really how you scale up everything in that. As far as if you're newer and you're more interested on like, so ignoring mythics, what are the godlies you need to care about, and how do you judge what is a good demand godly? You want items that people use once, or that will be like rare or valued somehow. So something like Cyber Pulse wasn't exactly a crazy high demand item, but it was like 110k when it was current. It's 480k now. If you full invested your inventory, you would have 5x'd it almost. Maybe, well, a little bit less. You would have over 4x'd it, which that's pretty good. Considering if you want to just have enough gems to cover the mythics for every update, it's very easy for you to just hard farm for a bit, buy something that's going to go up, hold it, and then sell it off right before an update happens, and then use the gems to get the packs or to buy it directly off of someone after the price is level. That's the trick to having every mythic in this game if you want to go that route. If they start re-releasing packs, then that's how you're going to do it. If they only release the paid packs, then Oblivion and all the gem packs are going to be stupidly inflated compared to paid items. So we'll see. But we'll get into that more when the update comes out. I have a lot of videos planned for the update. I'm just making this video as like a basic sales guide. So I'll get into the more like technical things and like in-depth changes when it comes up. But that's basically how you get more sales and what you need to focus on, that you either probably didn't think of, or you might not have thought it is as important as it is. But yeah, I hope it helps. Have a good one.